Maybe this might be quick and short, maybe it might not. But it's your boy, Super. See, the octaves when I go up there, I'll be happy though. And I'm serving you life. Now, as I serve you this life, I just want to come in and drop this knowledge because I was just talking to my niece, and she has, well, there was a way that she talks, okay? And I don't think the way everybody else thinks. People know this about me, but I don't believe that speech impediments are actually speech impediments. Now, maybe some people do. That's on you. But if you actually pay attention to it, especially those who are of Native American descent or any descent that had their language ripped and taken away from them, or their dialect, if you will, I don't think it's a speech impediment. I think it's the right way that you're actually supposed to say the words that they are saying. In other words, I believe that the way that they're saying words is the way the words are meant to be said in their dialect. In other words, those words are pretty much forcing their way back out because that speech is forcing its way back out into the wavelengths of the world. So it's never actually lost. So for those who have actually lost their native tongue, I would be interested in one day bringing those who do possibly have what they will, say as a speech impediment around those people and see if they will understand them. And if they do, and they start having triggers and memories of their actual language and it starts forming and coming back to their brains, have we just cured what they tried to destroy? Have we just literally not necessarily broke the system, but released something into the system that needs to be heard and seen? I don't know. I also don't see things the way that other people see them. So it's just like, I don't know. I find that interesting. Because I don't know. I'm not a person, like I said, that thinks of things like that. I think, especially, it's not even of Native, like, American scent or indigenous scent. I will think, I think that it's from wherever you were originally from. You are speaking the native language or the native tongue of your tribal people, if you will. And it's the youth, and you notice how they always want to correct people because we are so hell bent on this corrected speech. But I don't think this is the way we are supposed to speak. Not for all of us. If you notice, some of us, we can say different things in a different language and we don't realize we're saying it. Like when people like, you're speaking in tongues. Okay, so if some people are speaking in tongues, is that a speech impediment? But you want to say, oh, it's worshiping the Lord, and some people will say it's worshiping the devil. So which one is it? You're being possessed, taken over, right? That's what some people will say. But that's usually during the time of prayer or something like that. But when somebody naturally does it, what is it? Just some food for thought. Think about that. Because not everybody does. They just judge people or these kids or the adults or well, I'll say grown-ups. And you can find this within people who have a lot of different mental things going on or just diagnosed with several things. Like once, you know how they'll separate the special kids from those that they deem as normal kids, and honestly, there is no such thing as no normal child. Okay, well, that person has Down syndrome. That doesn't make them not normal. That person doesn't talk right. So I had speaking issues when I grew up. I got dyslexia, so sometimes it's hard for me to even read sometimes. Or I'll say a word that's not there. And I'm like, and that's sad. It's sad because I'll see the word, but I will say an absolutely different word. I'm like, my bad. And it's not even a word that's even on the page. So, to be honest with you, I've done that before. Or I'll like get stuck. And it happens. It happens. But this just tells you that I'm a person that understands the patience of reading, honestly, but it just understands the patience of people speaking. Like babies. Like I said, everybody always want to say, oh, my first language is English. Nobody's first language is English. Cut that out. The fact that people were beaten for speaking a language in the first place and made to speak English is a problem. Because these babies, are you going to beat the baby because the baby ain't saying something in English? The baby over there, when you And it's sad because that same thing that I just said is the same thing that somebody will use to call somebody. I don't like using this word ever. I don't think I'm going to say it. But it starts with an R. Not going to say it. Not going to say it. And that'll be their way of making fun of somebody. And I'm just like, no. It don't work out that way. It's not the way that the word works. So, I don't know. Like I said, you could think about that all you want to. But, like I said, some of these things, I believe they can awaken, especially if you go, like I said, and then some of these kids go and they speak around certain people. I think it could wake back up these languages that people consider died out, but I don't think they died out. They're here. They're ready to be back spoken. They're ready to be back heard, back brought into actuality, back brought to the forefront. So I'm gonna be honest with you. When the natives said that this on a certain year they taking back over, I don't think they was lying. Because their ancestors is coming through no matter what anybody wants to say or do. Just watch. Because it's getting stronger and stronger. Because it's harder for people to speak in certain languages. Like the way that they were born, you can't correct that speech too much. So in other words, stop trying to make them learn you and learn them. Y'all have a great day. I love y'all. Hug yourself. And be warm-hearted and spirited to each other. Okay? Honestly. I don't know. I don't know. All the loves. All the love. Hug yourself. Love yourself. Be one with yourself. And be easy. On the breezy, but not too easy because don't let these people get you. Especially not get you messed up. Okay? In other words, they done effed around about that they about to find out. Rise up, my people. I can say it. You don't know who I am.